One day, long, long ago, the word of God came to a man named Jonah. God had commanded Jonah to go to the city of Nineveh and preach against their wickedness. Not wanting to do as the Lord had asked, Jonah ran away from God. Jonah had decided that the best way to flee from God was to buy his way onto a boat that was headed for Tarshish. But given the high fuel cost of the day, Jonah had to pay a pretty penny to get aboard this ship. Once aboard the boat, the Lord sent a violent storm upon the sea. The winds howled, and waves crashed against the side of the ship. Many of the sailors were frightened and began to pray to their own gods. But Jonah, he just slept. The sailors then woke up Jonah and asked him to pray to his own God and see if he would calm the storm that he had sent upon them. The sailors then decided that it was best to cast lots and see whose God was to blame for this storm. Unfortunately, the lot fell on Jonah, and the sailors demanded to know who he really was, where is he from, and who is this God that he worshipped. Jonah explained that he was a Hebrew, and that he worshipped the God of heaven, who created the earth and the seas. Then he explained how God had commanded him to go to Nineveh, and he really just didn't want to. He then told him how he had fled from God and made him angry. The storm continued, and the sailors demanded to know, how do we appease this God of yours? Jonah suggested that perhaps they throw him overboard into the ocean, because it was his fault that God was angry. So they did. Upon being cast into the water, the winds died down and the waves became silent. At this, the men greatly feared the Lord and offered many thanks and offerings to the God of Jonah.